Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is middle of the month for the month of March, Tarot Oracle reading. And Cancer, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Cancer, we still have a little bit of that sign in us. If you have your birth chart, which house is it in, that's where this energy shows up for you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. Just keep in mind, this is a general collective reading, so parts of it may or may not resonate. Just take what works for you, leave the rest. And also, this is a timely reading, meaning if you're watching it at this time, it's the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it's been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then? It could give you further clarity as to your situation now. All right, we're going to begin with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. We have the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is representing someone that, the swords represent your mental intelligence, your thought process, your ability to discipline your mind. And they're double-edged swords, so it's also talking about using your intuitive ability along with your logic. So this person is representing someone basically that has a closed mind. She's sitting here, her energy is drained from overthinking. And she's, the body language, she's got her both arms crossed over her heart, protecting her, suggesting that she's vulnerable. Plus, her right arm is over top of her left arm, saying that her logic is ruling and not wanting her intuitive ability to come out. The blindfold can represent like not wanting to see something, or it can also represent, in this case, someone that is going inward to use their third eye, as well as as their visual eyes, to be able to see something, what's really going on. There's a new moon in the background here, and when the moon is in full or in new moon mode, that's when we're at our most intuitive. So it's talking, this card is talking about using your intuition as well as your logic. There's a saying, and that is, because you have eyes, you cannot see. And the reason for that, a lot of people will say, oh, when I see it, then I'll believe it. But the thing is, you really only can see about 5% of the light spectrum. And so, when you think you're seeing the whole picture, you never are, as it is. It's a very, very small percentage that we can actually see. So this is saying sometimes it's a great idea to go inward and check in with your intuition, your third eye, and use your intuition and apply that logically. All right, we have the energy of... Oh, and so this is kind of, this person, I just want to point this out also, this is being in an energy of it's either this or that. Like there's only two options here, and so she can't see any creative solutions. And so if she uses her intuition, then she'll see that there's more options than just two. We have, for internal forces, we have an energy here of someone really kind of wondering what's going on with their pentacles. So pentacles represents the energy of your health, wealth, and happiness. Of course, a big part of that is in the 3D is money, and so the pentacles represent coin. Having said that, you could have all the money in the world and not be living the lifestyle that you want to be living. So this is talking about someone who is like not enjoying, feeling that they're working too hard. And, there's 6 pentacles here, and he's studying them to see, like, how could I have put all this work in and all I got out of this is this one pentacle? Doesn't make any sense. There's got to be a better way, or he's considering maybe I need to abort this project and take what I can out of it and do something new. And so that's basically the internal forces right now, the energy for that. And we have, but look at here, Cancer, here's your first card coming out here of who you feel you are. This is how you identify yourself right now. So you identify yourself as someone who has lots of money. This is the most money you can have in the Pentacles. This is like generational wealth with the legacy that you can hand down to your children and your grandchildren. So this energy is saying, like, and you have the lifestyle. It's not just about money. You have the house, You know, you have in the right neighborhood, you are with a partner, you have 2.5 kids. I'm just joking. But, you know, you have 2 children here, you have the 2 pets, and you have time to stop and chat with the neighbor. So like this is talking about really the epitome of like you're really doing very well pentacle wise, and your lifestyle is reflecting it. And we have the energy of the 3 of Wands. So the 3 of Wands is someone that's standing on the edge of you know, change basically. This is someone who is contemplating moving forward, expanding their horizons. Sometimes this can represent actually changing physical location. He's considering moving across the water here. I know the water looks yellow here. It's the sun shining on it. It's not sand. There's ships sailing by. And so he's thinking, I should hop on one of those ships. And, you know, and he doesn't want to just keep waiting for his ships to sail in. He wants to actually go on an adventure. That's the energy that this is representing. And so then this is talking about, okay, this is talking about, with the pentacle energy here, this is talking about being really busy. So this is multitasking. And this could represent, you know, you might be working at 2 big projects, or this can represent juggling your lifestyle and your work, you know, your work life. It could represent someone juggling money with, you know, their home life kind of energy. This card says, you know, multitasking is awesome, and it's, I mean, a skill that is really good to have. This card is saying be careful that you don't get so busy that you're multitasking to the point where you have more of quantity than quality work, and then you end up having to do things twice, you know, and having to redo your work. And so this energy is talking also about, you know, when you get into that state of being really super busy, you can end up burning yourself out because it just gains momentum, which we can see with the waves getting bigger and the ships getting bigger in the background here. So this energy can also speak about, and, you know, this card says juggle your options, but never juggle your morals. So let's see what else is going on here. All right, so this is saying that you've been really diligently working on money. I'm getting you have the lifestyle, but maybe what's missing from your lifestyle, we don't have any cup of love out here as of yet. We don't have, you know, it could be about time management a little bit too with this card. But this is saying that the 8 of Pentacles is representing someone who is actually really hard at work making money, or smart at work, one of the ways. And this is talking about the energy of maybe beginning a new project, and you have 1 pentacle done, you have the second one you're working on, and you have 6 to go. Or you have 6 here already done, and 1, the 7th is what you're working on, and then you have just the 8th to go and the project will be complete. And I feel it's more the 2nd, because look at here, we have the energy of 6 pentacles and only 1, and it's kind of like you finished this one and now you're like, huh, I don't even know if I'm going to work on the 8th pentacle here. So this is talking about being very focused on making money. Out of all the cards, this is the only one out of the pentacles that where someone's actually that focused on making, like actually working on the physical coin. And then we have victory. So this is the 6 of Wands represents someone, like this energy is talking about being able to, even though you're in this, like, I feel like there's something going on and you're trying to figure out what it is basically, or what it is you want, you know, to do with this energy basically. And it's talking about that you have probably had quite a bit of competition, and you've been hailed victorious here. So this is representing, you know, all of this energy is like strong energy. It's over here that it's a bit more weak, and this is the overlying energy. So this is talking about, you know, having been able to rein in your emotions regarding what's going on in your life, and that's allowed you to be in a position of victory. And other people that maybe have been in competition with you, you know, some of them look a little bit disgruntled in the back there, but they're saying they have to admit, yep, you are actually a very good leader, and you have proven yourself as a leader. So, you know, this is talking about really, you know, being in a strong position when it comes to your projects and how people view you. And then we have the Queen of Cups energy. So the Queen of Cups represents, this would be the most traditional of the 4 queens in the minor arcana. She's holding this cup here, and it's got a lid on it. That represents that she's a container of unconditional love. This is talking about, you know, it's almost like a trophy for her here. So she really loves her family and her children and her grandchildren if she has them. This is a very maternal energy. It's talking about someone who would be really in that homemaking energy and be more in a traditional relationship. You know, with being home and running the household kind of energy. This is also talking like maternal line energy. So this could be your mother, you know, your grandmother, your great-grandmother, like going up the bloodline, your maternal bloodline, and some energy coming in from there. All right, so we're just going to go through this and just see. So for the internal forces, you know they're internal because you'll be asking yourself, what if I do this? What if they do that? You know, this and that. And it's kind of like back and forth. And, you know, you could play that game for quite some time. But it's saying here that you identify yourself right now. You know, your self-image is of someone that's living a good lifestyle. You recognize that you're living a really good lifestyle as far as pentacles go, that you know, you're better off than a lot of the people around you is what I'm picking up. And you have, for abundance and self-worth, I feel like this is more like a personal energy. Like other people would probably say, wow, like you're doing really well. And, you know, they would love to be in your shoes basically, but you're in this energy of like, I know I could do a lot better, and really wanting maybe some to you know, shake things up a little bit. And so this energy is wanting new energy to come in. We have communication in early life, and so this says that maybe when you were younger, maybe your family didn't have as much money and they had to juggle the pentacles. And maybe that's why you were so driven to get to this position, and maybe why you continue to be driven in that way. This is your emotional foundation. You were taught how to focus and go to work. You know how to do so. And that's a skill set a lot of people don't have, actually, being able to stay focused on a project, get it to completion, and then, you know, benefiting from it. I'm getting that it could be a sign just of the times right now. You know, it could be the economy, something like that. We'll look at the external forces that normally you would expect to have received more benefit from your hard work or the energy that you put into something than what you are here. And you're kind of like confused as to, okay, now what's going on here? Like, what do I need to do different? And this is talking about really being someone that would, like, if you're not married and have family and children, you're someone that would really handle that very well. Whether you are, you know, the male or the female party, you know, whichever energy. All the characters in the tarot are actually archetypes. So, you know, a queen could be male in his feminine energy, and any of the male energies could be females in their masculine. So this is talking about your daily routine, your habits, and it's talking about, like, you have a lot of unconditional love, but we don't really see any partners here. So perhaps that's it. Maybe you've been working really hard, and you've been really focused on that part of your life, on your career and that, and now you're thinking that you want to be more in this energy, that you want to be have a family and share all of this with someone. So this is talking how you see yourself, but maybe you don't have that yet. All right, so we for the external forces, we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is, we'll just put her here so you can see it better. The Queen of Wands is someone who has a very sunny disposition. She's considered to be very sexy, has you know, a natural beauty about her. She's very good with her intuition and her logic. This energy, like the opposite of basically this, she's very open to that. So she's always coming up with creative solutions. And that's part of the reason why has such a sunny disposition, is because she doesn't worry. She knows that, you know, whatever problem comes up, she feels confident that there's always a creative solution available. She has, her element is fire, and this wand is made out of wood. Wood feeds fire. So this is about passion. So this is she's considered to be very passionate and fun to be with, and, you know, a lot of real bubbly energy. And she has this little black cat, and this represents that she's very independent and doesn't really care what people think of her. Like, other people might not want a black cat because they think, oh, it's bad luck. But she's like, oh, I like my black cat. And I'm not worried at all about it being bad luck. That's, you know, she just doesn't worry about what other people think sometimes. And then we have the energy here. So the external forces coming in, like, again, this is like a real positive reading in many ways. We have the sun coming in, and the sun represents, it's the happiest card in the deck. The sun represents God's energy, and it represents you as you were a child, as being a child of God, riding this little pony. And look how fearless, you know, no reins, and just happy, and all these sunflowers in the background, they're turning to the sun. So this is talking about you being you were meant to be a child of God that's happy and having all this love and having this ultimate fulfillment here. With the pentacles, and this is actually in the position of your marriage, commitment, and partnerships. So this could be representing that that's what's missing in your life, and this is talking about, like, this is your energy. I feel like this is your energy, someone who's really competent and loving, and this card is saying you need someone to come in to love, and maybe that would then complete this picture, basically. And we have the energy of the Queen of Pentacles. So, okay, so this next spot here is, I can't move forward because I've got a purring cat on my lap and I don't want to move her. She's purring away. Purring is a really, really strong vibration. It actually raises the vibration to a real powerful healing energy. She's doing a really good job, so I don't really want to move her, and she's so happy. But I can't reach as far as I normally can, so I'll talk about the card here and put it into place. So this is talking about the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel this has been your energy, definitely. That's what this is saying. And it's saying, you know, the Queen of Pentacles is someone who's very resourceful, someone you can really trust, you know, like someone who has their shit together, basically. And she prefers quality over quantity. This isn't someone that squanders money, even though she has a lot of money. And this is talking generational wealth again. It's this kind of money. So you might have even come from a family that didn't have it, and I just feel like this is someone who's really been working towards having this energy of this, so you don't have to worry about money, maybe like your parents had to, that kind of energy. And you've been very successful, I feel like, at that. But this is talking about your position of transition here. So this is talking about like the energy of God saying, look, you've been hard at it here. You've been doing, you know, you've been really diligent. You've been doing all the right things, and you're in a really good place that way now. Now it's time for you to look after the love part of your life. You deserve to have a partner and have that part of your life as well. And look it. I love it, Cancer. Look at this. Look who comes in, the knight in shining armor. So the knights would work for the king and the queen. And they would travel for miles delivering messages, because in the old days, that's the only way they had of delivering, messages to the far-reaching kingdoms. And so the king, or the Knight of Cups here, is delivering a cup of love. And so this is like the knight in shining armor that you read about in romance novels, and in the movies. This is someone that's really well put together, and they are sincere offer, and they're just well put together. And this is God is saying, I'm sending you someone. And this is about your higher learning. It's time you learned about love. The proper way is the energy coming in. Yeah, I'm getting that. This is a card of competition. And I'm just picking up this energy. I didn't mention this about the Queen of Wands energy, but you're a water sign, but this is just representing one part of yourself. And I feel this is representing the part of you that is, that you hold down a little bit. What happens when you pour water on fire? Sometimes you can put the fire out, but sometimes you can create steam. And that's what I feel. I feel like this is a card of competition, and I have this feeling that you're a natural beauty, and a lot of you maybe get competition from women because you wouldn't have to compete to have any knight in shining armor come into your life, but others maybe are a little bit jealous of your beauty and you're just the way you are. Cancer energy is very, it's the most emotional of the signs, and it's ruled by the moon, and that's why the moon energy is so strong for you. But it's also, the Cancer energy is very attractive because it's very feminine and emotional. And if you think about the stage of life is basically you think about adolescent girls and how their emotions can go up and down when it comes to love in particular. And about the competition, when you think about narcissistic cheerleaders and middle school or in high school, and they're competing, and they can see that the other team is better than them. They have better moves or whatever, and that they should win, but they don't care. They want to win, and so they'll do it. They'll do what they need to win, basically. And if they don't succeed, their mothers will. So this is kind of an energy. I feel that maybe you've gotten kind of used to this kind of energy coming in of other people maybe other women being in competition with you, and you're not in competition with them. This energy doesn't get in competition with others. I feel like you have a very an energy. I'm just picking up this energy like that. I know quite a few Cancer women, and they're absolutely, the word that I would use is delightful. Just really beautiful personalities and really soft. Really nice, beautiful feminine energy. That's what I think of when I think of the Cancer energy. Just really. Wouldn't hurt a fly kind of energy, but there's this steely side, when that can come up. And I feel like maybe you've been watering down your emotions when it comes to love because you've been so much focused on being responsible and that kind of energy. The new moon that's coming up on the 18th of March, so we're about 10 days away from that. That moon is talking about, it's in the sign of Pisces, which Pisces is the most mature of the water signs. And it's kind of more like having a better handle on those emotions than someone that is in the energy of Cancer usually has. And it's more of a masculine Poseidon energy, whereas you would be like the mermaid energy is what I guess I'm trying to say. Like a siren almost, like quietly sexy, but men notice it. And so probably you've had a lot of jealousy around you. And so I feel like you tone it down quite a bit. And God is saying, no, you were born to shine, go for it. It's really good energy. And look at how this I find this interesting too, because look at how this king or this knight is delivering this cup of love to the Queen of Pentacles, which is your energy, I feel. And there's no water signs out here except for this cup here. So I'm going with the energy of what's out here. But we can have a little bit of, of each of the queens in us. And actually, there's 3 queens here. And I was watching a tarot reading of a reader that I really have a lot of respect for. And I never had heard of this, but he said if 3 queens come out in a reading, sometimes it means that there's a lot of jealousy towards you. I just noticed this here. And I always read it kind of like, I feel like you're really approaching Empress energy. So Empress energy in tarot represents someone who has the qualities of all 4 queens rolled into one person. Like we have this cup of love here, but this is representing your energy, not an external force. And this is more of like just wanting to be like a wife and a mother, maybe. Now that's the energy I'm picking up. And this could also be a male Cancer energy. It's more masculine than, the young adolescent girl energy. But it's still that, like that real soft side that, with that Poseidon energy stuck in there. That's kind of energy. But I feel like this is more, I'm picking up this energy of, being in this kind of situation where maybe you've experienced a lot of jealousy in the past and you just try to keep it toned down, basically. We have, and then look at this, we have the cup of love coming in. So definitely, if you're looking for love, love is in the air for you, Cancer. There has been quite a bit of that energy coming in. And I think it's just like, what does the world need now? Love, sweet love. Like there's so much, if you turn on the news, there's just so much going on that's not love. That it's really, really good to see this. And so this is God saying that be on the lookout, because there's someone that's coming into your life that is going to be a really good partner for you. This is talking about, someone that you can have a peace with and companionship, and that you have water lilies growing here. And this water is just like it's a fountain, it's replenishing. So it's, it's good energy. And look at this. We have the 10 of Cups. So then you have everything, then see, it's saying here, you're going to have everything you've always wished for. This is talking more, this is blessings coming in. And this is like, this is the ultimate, this is, you have like everything you need in the 3D, and this is talking, you also have all the love you need and all the spiritual happiness that you need. Your soul is happy as well as your physical. That's a real beautiful reading. I would like to just photocopy this one and give it to everybody. I think it was Aries that first came out, had a reading very similar to this. Really soft, really beautiful reading. I really like this for you, Cancer. Congratulations on this. So if you've been kind of in this energy where you're feeling a little emotional, it might be because there's a lot of change happening right now. And when this is saying having an open mind at this time in this energy is a really good idea. It could be maybe you've dated people in the past and you just didn't find someone that really moved you. And what God's advice has been in all of these readings, when I did the Valentine's Day readings, it was coming out a lot, is that sometimes when we have problems in our love life, it's because we have a type. And God says, give up the type. If the type isn't working for you, you need a new type. So this is saying keep an open mind. If someone different, someone that you wouldn't usually date or whatever comes in to your life, just give it a little bit of a chance there. All right. So for those of you who are leaving off here, thank you for your time and energy. If you've enjoyed this reading, Please do give it a like and a comment. I'm really enjoying this reading. I love this energy. It's so soft. And I'm going to clarify it, though, with my oracle cards for those of you that want to have more clarification. Whether you're male or female here, Cancer, it's talking about having that, you know, being able, that soft spot that you can fall into with someone when they really are, they have your back, that kind of energy. I really, really am happy with this. So my oracle is Tales from the Vector, Tails from the Vector. And I have a website, talesfromthevector.com. I started this back in 2007, and I completed all 64 paintings by 2020. I've been getting ready to bring this out, but I have a lot of written information, but now I want to play with it a little bit and with more people so that I can make sure that when I write up the book, no, I'm not playing. I'm not playing with you, kitty. Did you wake up? It's okay. Yeah, we're almost done the reading, and then I'm going to feed you breakfast. All right, so we have this energy of, oh, the cards, okay. So sorry, I got distracted by my cat here. We have the cards, the numbers on the cards here represent the paintings as they're listed in my gallery on my website. And all the information will be in the description box below. They say a picture paints 1,000 words, so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll be able to do so. And I will put the... No, I can't play with you right now, silly girl. All right, so we have, like here, look at this. We have, to start this off, we have the Lover's card. So this is talking about having an open mind about a lover coming in. I'm just getting, this might be someone that's different from your usual type. And then we have destruction on this card. So this is a tactic. This is when you're asking yourself, is this progress in motion? Because it doesn't look like it. It's that kind of energy where you're just like, and I feel like I'm just getting this energy that it's not that it wasn't successful, because this is, you know, there's 7 pentacles for a project is it's doing pretty darn good. I feel like this is more like an energy of like not having the satisfaction that you normally do when you complete a project or when you're working on one, where like you feel kind of empty. And it's like, hey, I want to have love in my life. I want to be able to share. I want to be able to say to someone, hey, look at how well this is going. And it feels empty is the word that I'm getting. And so we have the energy here of pride. So the karmic space of pride, all or nothing. Hear me roar. And so that's, I feel like the energy that you've been in is that you've really been working towards having like this... you know, that you're really giving it your all while you're in this energy. And now it's time to maybe focus on the love part of your, if you want to have that balance in your life. And that's what this can represent. We have the Scorpio energy. And so this is talking about, at its finest energy, Scorpio unites people. And this is about elevating your position, basically. And also the sexual gladiator. So this is talking, maybe you're really like, I want some passion in my life. That's the energy. And we have, I just want to point out, when I have signs, individual signs coming up like this, like horoscope signs in my collective readings, I'm not saying it's a Scorpio. So I just want to make that clear. That's not my intention. I'm talking about how we each have a little bit of every sign in us, and we can learn from that energy. Scorpio is considered the sexiest of them all. So, you know, this is saying that, you know, you can ramp it up a little bit. It's okay if people get jealous. This may, like, you may say, no, it is a Scorpio I'm interested in, or whatever. And, you know, this is the water energy coming in. But I'm just saying, for you, it could be true. Use your intuition, but that's not my intention. I'm working on what can we learn from each of the signs. And so we have here, falling and failing in love is a matter of I. And I feel like maybe you're a little, it's saying you might need to slow down in the pentacle making and focus a little bit more on your love life. I feel like there might be someone that has their eye on you, because they're like coming, you know, like into this transition energy. And maybe you just haven't even really noticed. So the falling star is a beautiful pink and green dragon, and it represents opening your heart up to love, the heart chakra. And her saying is, falling and failing in love is a matter of I. So you have to put yourself out there a little bit that way if you want that kind of energy. We have surrendering. So this is an energy of, I feel like that could be the maternal line saying, yes, tell her, quit working so hard. Do this instead. And I keep getting a her energy, but this could be a male also. It's just because of all these queens coming in. That's a lot of feminine energy. And then the victory is also. But this is a real fun reading. We have the Tower coming in. So the Tower, don't be turned off by that word in love, divorce. The worst, this is saying the worst divorce is from source. And so the Tower is like, I feel like something's happened here that you've had a bit of a reality check. Maybe, I just am getting this energy that it's not so much that the project wasn't successful, but you just don't feel the same, like, woohoo energy when that happens. And so this is maybe you're getting older too, and you're thinking, you know what, if I'm going to be in this position, then maybe I need to do it now, and maybe I do need to give this person a chance. I'm just getting that maybe you've gotten in the habit of not giving people, you know, a second look when it comes to matters of love. And look at this, we have the Libra energy. And Libra energy is talking when you're mature enough to be able to get married and raise a family and have children. I feel this is on your mind. This is saying when you become mature enough, and this is the Venus energy. And actually Venus just is moving into, well, it did on March 6th, it moved into the sign of Aries. And so this is making matters of love it's a little bit less, it moved out of Pisces energy, and Pisces is more dreamy and that kind of energy. And Aries energy is more assertive, like being assertive about your love life. That's what I feel is happening with you. This reading is very clear, actually. Yeah, this is talking about indifference. So sometimes, you know, you can get like, indifference is basically when you don't notice when other people are suffering. And I'm not saying that that's the thing, but I feel like maybe you aren't noticing that you're suffering until like maybe like it came over you, something happened here. Maybe someone close to you is getting married or just had a baby, and you were like, oh man, you didn't realize how much you really want that, and you kind of made yourself indifferent to it. And so now it's time to like be honest with yourself and really see it. And this is going to be an energetic upgrade for you. Like, it's going to make your life better. We have also like using your third eye chakra right here again, right, coming back to the underlying energy for the reading is, you know, use your intuition when it comes to matters of love. Intuition is more about feeling and less about thinking. You do want to make logical choices, of course, and you want to make sure if you're dating someone that they're who they say they are, being responsible in all of that. But the actual feeling, you know, sometimes, you know, like how I'm working on my deck right now, on my oracle, yeah, I have it all written down and it looks really good on paper, but is it, you know, sometimes when you have things on paper, they don't always turn out the same way when you put them into action. It's kind of like, I feel like a lot of people were doing a lot of online dating, and now it's kind of like, the problem with that is that it's very technical, you know what I'm saying? Like it's that kind of energy. Also, reminds me also, we're in a Mercury retrograde, so communication can be a little bit weird right now. And we entered, Mercury is in charge of communication basically. And we entered on the on the, oh, okay, yeah, this energy's coming in. So we entered on the 26th of February. Mercury went into retrograde, and it ends at the 20th of March. I'm getting maybe you were thinking someone was interested in you, and then the communication didn't happen or whatever. I'm getting, don't worry about it. It's just about timing. And also, we're coming out of the retrograde energy of lack of communication or miscommunication on the 20th of March. And on the 23rd, we're actually, it's going to be a really good day for really being intuitive and really being able to see the big picture, any of the missing parts that you feel are missing in what you're wanting, and your understanding of it. Because on the 23rd of March, the energy is going to the Mercury energy is going to be also joined with the North Node. So that energy is going to be really strong for being able to get to, to have clarity and really strong communication as well. And so intent, yeah, the road to hell is paved by good intentions. We might have good intentions of focusing on one part of our life. We've had quite an eclipse season here. We just finished 2 eclipses. If you want to know more about the eclipse energy, I have a playlist with new moon and full moon energy on it. That's the name of the playlist. And you can find out more about that because there's a lot of astrological influences right now. But in general, when we have an eclipse season like that, for several months after, we'll be feeling like we're really focusing on one area of our life. And I feel like you've been really focused on your pentacle area. And now it's talking about when you get into that energy, then sometimes you lose sight of the big picture. And the eclipse season will help you to see that and move into that energy. So I feel like, you have good intentions of getting yourself set, but then we can get so used to our daily habits being a certain way that it's hard to change, that kind of energy. And then we have Gemini energy coming in. Again, it's talking about Mercury. And it's also talking, Gemini is the 3rd sign in the horoscope right before yours. And that's talking about an energy of, like kind of almost like a kindergarten age about, I feel like this is coming up here because in matters of love, I think you probably excel in a lot of other areas and this isn't your strong point. Maybe you don't date a lot or you don't like dating, that kind of energy. So this is about, again, creative solutions and logic, and that, trust your heart, basically, and, go inward and pray over it and use your intuition to see if you can, just can come to a peaceful calm. It's something I feel like you don't need to force it. I feel like it's coming in, it's wanting to come in. God wants this for you. You're a child of His, and He wants you to have this happiness, that kind of energy. And we have the High Priestess. Look at that. So this is again saying use your intuition. The High Priestess follows the cycles of the moon, and she sits on the throne next to God. This is about having a joyful, being joyful in your spiritual energy. And I forgot to put a card on here, but the next card up is Strength. So this is having the courage to make this shift for yourself right now. I feel like, you've been in one energy and now it's time to chill out a little bit and allow some of this love energy to come in, because it's sure, this is a really, really beautiful reading. I'm really happy to see this. I do hope you've enjoyed it as well. Please do give it a like and comment if you have, and consider subscribing to the channel if you resonate with the energy. I will be doing a reading for you. The next one will be a bonus reading for that new moon energy coming up on the 18th of March. Bye for now. Oh, did I wake you up, kitty?